I started cooking when I was 14 because my grandma, she is an amazing cook. Whatever that she has taught me, I applied it to my culinary journey in MasterChef kitchen.
The love that you have for cooking, it's in here. And today, you amped it up tenfold.
Wow, this is really something, man. This is better than laksa, you know.
Good evening everyone, I'm Trish from Singapore MasterChef Season 2. Thermomix has invited me tonight to share the Thermomix version of my competition-winning dish, the Laksa Bisque. If I knew I could do the entire dish using Thermomix, I would have done that during the competition and saved a lot of time. I became a user after the competition, and I love how it has become my trusty kitchen helper that helps me with all the heavy-duty work like chopping, blending, cooking, steaming, and even helps to clean up after it is done. I love the pre-clean function. Before I start, remember to like and share this tutorial link to invite your friends to watch me cook Laksa Bisque together. I will also be sharing some tips during this tutorial, focusing on how to get this dish done quickly with your Thermomix and to impress your friends and family with the rich flavors. So here are the ingredients needed for tonight. So there will be 3 parts to this Laksa Bisque recipe. The first one would be the rempah. So to make the rempah, we will need dried chili that's already soaked. We will need some lemongrass, some fresh red chili, garlic, kaffir lime leaf, chili padi, turmeric, galanga, some ginger, your shallots, belacan, dried shrimp, coriander powder, 2 eggs, and some salt for seasoning. And for the Laksa Bisque broth, we will be using prawn head and a liter of water to go with it. And the last of it will be the condiments that goes with the laksa. That will be our fish and our prawns. And so to season our Laksa Bisque, we will also be using coconut milk, and we will also need some oil to blend up our rempah. And last of all, we will also have our dried bihun and also some laksa leaf to go with it. So to make the rempah, we will first add our belacan inside. And I will add about a tablespoon of oil. And I will actually fry it for about 2 to 3 minutes on about 100 degree, at about 100 degree. And so now we will add in all the other ingredients for the rempah. We will first add the soaked dry chili in. Our red chili, lemongrass, chili padi, turmeric, galanga, ginger, our shallots, garlic, candle nut, dried shrimp, and we will add in all the oil. And now we will cover and blend it. And now I will increase the speed to 8 and let it blend for another 1 minute. Remember to also scrape down the sides. And we'll blend it again for about another minute. And if you think that the mixture is a bit dry, you can also add more oil as required. And we can actually blend it again. And then now we will cook our rempah for about 45 minutes. At about 100 degrees. And I will go at about 1.5 speed. So while the rempah is cooking, we will prepare our prawn stock. Over here I have a bowl of prawn heads and prawn shell. I will add about 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil. And I will set at aroma mode and using the reverse blade, and I will cook it for about 5 minutes before adding in our water. So I usually like to make a bigger batch of the rempah, and I can actually keep it in the fridge or the freezer up to 1 to 2 months. And it's very easy, you can just defrost it and you can just whip out a delicious meal within like 30 minutes.
For the leftover rempah, you can use it to fried rice, fried bihun, pasta, and you can even use the paste to coat chicken wing for grilling in the oven.
Now our prawn heads are nice and fragrant. I will add in our water inside. I will let the prawn stock cook for about 45 minutes at aroma mode and using the reverse blade. So at the same time, we will also be steaming our fish and our egg. We will crack 2 eggs inside the mixing bowl. Add in a pinch of salt. And we will lightly beat it up. And we'll put this aside first. And at the same time, we'll also season our fish fillet with some salt. So for the fish fillet, there's no preference to what kind of fish we will be using today, but I am using the red grouper because the texture is really good for steaming. But if you're at home, you can either use like sea bass, or you can either use like grouper or any type of fish that you like. And we will season the fish fillet lightly with some salt. And now we will make our egg omelette by lining up one of these baking paper. And we'll pour our egg mixture on top of this baking sheet. And just try to go around it to spread it out evenly. And on the bottom layer, we are going to steam our fish. I will steam the fish with the skin side up. And now we will be making 2 items at the same time while we are cooking our prawn stock. And now you can just walk away and do other stuff. That's the beauty of Thermomix, right? That you don't have to watch over the fire and let it cook while you go and watch a Korean drama or you go and do your laundry. So now our prawn stock is cooking away. Let's check on our rempah. And now we can see that the red oil is splitting out from the rempah. We can now season with our kaffir lime leaf and coriander powder and some palm sugar. We can just add the kaffir lime leaf through the hole. And I will also add in some palm sugar. We will season the rempah after we add in our prawn stock. And now our fish and our egg is done. So when I first heard about Thermomix was when my husband mentioned it to me. He said that his boss told him that there's some machine that could potentially replace the duty of the wife by cooking good meals for them. And because of the cookie dough recipe, that whatever he wants to eat, he can actually just type in the recipe inside the cookie dough and he can actually cook whatever he wants to eat. So yeah, that's how I got to know about Thermomix. But besides, cooking our daily meals, I also use it to make some chili paste, rempah sauce, and also XO sauce for sale on my website as well. Yeah. And now I will take my prawn stock aside. And now we can actually boil our bihun. I will add about 1.5 liters of water. And now using the kettle mode, we will bring the water to boil before adding our bihun in. Now our rempah is done. Let's take a look. It smells amazing here. So now the rempah is done. Before I add in our prawn stock, I'm going to take out a portion of the rempah for garnishing later. So for people who think that it's not spicy enough, you can add on more rempah to it later on. So now let me teach you a hack. You can use the simmering basket to add as a sieve. You can see all our prawn tastes are here. And we will also add our coconut cream inside. And now we will let it simmer for about 15 minutes at 90 degrees using the reverse mode. So over here, our kettle mode has heated up to 100 degrees and it's time to add in our bihun. So after I add my bihun inside the boiling water, I'm going to use the egg mode to actually blanch my bihun. The reason why I'm using 8 mode for my bihun is because the blade doesn't move, so my bihun will not be broken up into smaller pieces. And the default timing is 8 minutes, but you just time yourself for about 2 minutes. I think your bihun should be done. So now the bihun is done and I'm going to put it in the thermal server to keep it warm. Okay, so I will just pour this water away and then we can cook the prawn. And now we will saute our prawns inside the Thermomix. So I will add in some oil first and I will add in our prawns. And I will just add in a pinch of salt inside to give it a little bit of flavor. I will be cooking the prawns using the Varoma mode. And always put on reverse blade so that it will not cut out your prawns. And we'll cook for about 5 minutes. Ooh. Well, look at our prawns, it's nice and pink. So that's the beauty of Thermomix. You don't have to worry that you overcook your prawns or you need to wash over them. You see, using the reverse blade, it actually can cook up a really nice seared prawns. So we will set this aside for plating. So in the final few minutes, we will season with some salt and add in our chopped laksa leaf. Now our Laksa Bisque is done. Let's take a look at the consistency. So what you want to achieve here is this thick, red, very lemak kind of gravy. So it's a little bit different from the normal laksa that you have eaten outside or you have previously cooked before. This is more like a more lemak and more like a thicker version. So now it's time for us to plate out. And now we will add in all our other condiments. The shredded egg omelette, and a piece of our fish fillet, and we will put a couple of prawns at the side as well. Now we will pour our Laksa Bisque inside. And we will finish it off by sprinkling some laksa leaf. And if you are a spicy lover, you can actually add more of this rempah inside. Okay. And I think now we are done. Thank you for watching this tutorial recipe today of how I use Thermomix to make a simple version of my Laksa Bisque. I hope everyone enjoyed today's recipe, and please like and share this tutorial link with your friends and family. Thank you, bye, see you guys next time.